Okay, looks like our attendees are filling up. For our newcomers, we're having a raffle, but first off, welcome to our webinar. Now, for newcomers to enter our raffle, all you have to do is share our latest Facebook post, and one winner will be announced after the webinar, and another winner will be announced at the start of next week. So keep your emails open because you might win. Now, for the post to share, it is shown on the screen. You'll find that on our social media, and we're also going to post a link to it on the chat. Good afternoon, attendees. We're going to start in 2 minutes. So, for our newcomers, welcome to our webinar, Growing Your Home Food Business. And to enter our raffle for the newcomers, all you have to do is share the latest Facebook post. You'll see it on the screen in our Facebook. And one winner will be announced after the webinar, and a second winner will be announced at the start of next week. So, here's your last chance to enter our raffle, where we will be raffling off a 6-month eStore subscription completely free. Hi everyone, welcome. So it is 3:07, so we are gonna get our webinar underway. Okay, now for our webinar proper, I'd like to introduce to you someone very special to Zap. Terrence is a serial entrepreneur. After a successful exit from Deal Dozen, a daily deal site, he co-founded Zap, a loyalty program that currently has over 2,000 partner establishments and 1.8 million members. During the pandemic, Zap launched e-store services, which allows merchants and brand owners to easily sell online and fulfill orders. Without further ado, may I introduce one of the people who started it all, Terrence Locke.
Okay, so hi everyone. So this session is about bringing your business online. Whenever we meet merchants about creating an e-store, the idea of digitalizing their business is to have a new channel for sales, a new way to reach customers through the internet. And this is what gets them excited to push for the initiative. This is what gets owners to push their management to sign up for their own e-store. For new businesses, it's a very cheap way to get started finding customers before actually looking for a physical location. While this is true and great reason to sign up for an e-store, we believe that this is only one benefit of being online, and we will discuss the other things we've learned along the way. So for today's topics, we will discuss how going online can make it more efficient to run your business by digitalizing the not so exciting parts of the business, the administrative portion, from taking orders, verifying payments, scheduling, and dispatching deliveries. We also have a short video to show you how easy it is to use our system that can streamline your operations so you can actually imagine the potential of your business. We will show you the experience of your customers, how easy it will be for them to order. We will show you the experience of accepting orders. And we will show you what the dashboard will look like that will show you all your customer data. And stay tuned. At the end of this, we will be interviewing one of our successful partners and of course, the raffle at the end of this 20 to 30-minute session. So again, welcome. Welcome everyone. Next slide. Next slide. So again, my name is Terrence. Let me share with you a little about Zap. Our core business is we provide loyalty programs to stores. We have over 2,000 partners, and we run the point systems for establishments like Healthway, Family Doc, Chatime, Frankie's, and the entire Vikings group. Our team is in constant conversation with our merchant partners, and we saw how COVID affected the restaurant industry and have seen how the different establishments are adopting to the situation. But for today, we will be focusing on next slide, please. But for today, we will be focusing on home cooks or relatively newly opened businesses. So let's talk about how you run your business today. So for those of you who have been running your business for some time now, you probably know that inquiries come all throughout the day, and there is no set schedule when customers will call you. There's that nagging feeling that you have to answer all questions no matter what you are doing. And the most common one that I see when it comes to questions, it's HM po, which means how much po. Next slide. So before we move on, we have a quick poll. All right, so we have 3 questions. The first question is, in a week, how many inquiries do you get? So this includes social media, your chat apps. So just click on your answer. There's no right or wrong answer. We just want to know what your experience is in dealing with customers or the inquiries. So the first one is are you getting less than 20 in a week? Are you getting between 20 and 50? Or are you getting over 50 inquiries per week? Next question. Out of 10 inquiries that you get, how many of those translate into actual orders? Meaning if someone will inquire, how many of those inquiries will eventually translate into orders? Is it between 0 and 1, 2 and 5, or over 6? And the last question is, what is your least favorite task in your business? Is it answering inquiries, dispatching orders, verifying payment, or preparing your food? Okay, no right or wrong answers. Just click on your answer. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Right, maybe Max, we can move on to the results. Let's see what our attendees have answered. So yes, so this is what we are expecting, no? So for the first question, between 20 and 50 orders. So during weekdays, newly opened businesses will get roughly 3 to 5 inquiries. And then on weekends or when you run sponsored posts, your inquiries increase quite a bit and you get about 10 transactions. So next, out of 10 inquiries, how many of those will translate into actual orders? So we can see here about half of you, 50% have less than 50% translate into actual sales, right? And then for the third one, what is your least favorite task in your business? There's only one person who did not like preparing their product, and most of the answers involve the administrative portion of the business. So let's move on. Okay, so for the next one, we will be discussing the pain points of running your home business. So the first one is we will be discussing manual order taking. So it's very common for me to hear frustrated merchants getting tired of answering inquiries. Our partners tell us, actually, so this is good. No, our webinar, most of the attendees here get a lot of inquiries, translate into actual sales. But for the restaurant industry, when we talk to them, only about 10 to 20% of phone inquiries translate into orders. A lot of people are just curious. They ask questions like, Sir, ma'am, good for ilan people po yung order na ganito? Matamis po ba yung dessert na ganito? And so on and so forth. So social media inquiries aren't so time consuming to answer, but once they call, that's instantly 5 to 10 minutes of repetitive questions, and this will never stop as long as your business exists. And you cannot tell your customers that inquiries can only be done between 2 and 3 p.m. They will call and message anytime they see the ad. Exciting at first, but this has the potential to get overwhelming as you continue to scale your business. Next, payment verification. Is this something that you do yourself, or do you have staff to check for you? Have you had cases wherein you open your banking app and you see 20 599 peso deposits? So this is something common with people who do manual order taking and don't have an e-store, right? And then your preparation for the day, and finally, dispatching your deliveries. So are these tasks, honestly, are these tasks enjoyable to you guys? Are these the reasons, are these tasks, are these administrative tasks the reason you set up your business? So next slide. So now let me present to you Zap as the solution. Next slide. We want you to focus on what got you into the business. So with our solution, number one, you can take orders anytime. Oh, by the way, we're partnered with Shopify. So if you guys have done your research, Shopify is usually the easiest and most user-friendly way to have your own e-store, and we will show you demos later on. So also with our partnership with Shopify, you get access to world-class reporting to help you organize. We will also do bank reconciliation for you, and we will automate payment verification. When orders are made, the stores get notified via our in-store application. So the delivery details are saved. So since the customers ordered already online, they input their details, their delivery details. So for you as the merchant, as the restaurant, as the home cook, with just one click, you can instantly book a rider to send your deliveries when the time comes. Right? So next slide. Next slide, I will talk a little about marketplaces, right? So if you have been in business for a couple of months, chances are a marketplace has already gotten in touch with you. So these are their published rates. We hear anywhere between from 15 to 25% that they charge you for commissions. And we can tell you right now, we charge nowhere close to these rates. But more important than the commission rates that they charge, I want to talk to you guys about customer ownership. So when you guys started your business, maybe you wouldn't have mind giving out commissions or discounts for new customers. Of course, depending on what your margins are. But now that these customers are already familiar with what you do and like your food, so there's a repeat customer already, are you okay to share perpetually for the rest of your business 20% of your sales with Grab, right? Is it okay to keep sharing these commissions with marketplaces? So I've spoken to hundreds of restaurant owners, and a couple of them mentioned this to me, which I find very interesting. They call these marketplace aggregators silent partners wherein they take commissions of all your sales. Now, let me tell you another story about a Filipino restaurant chain with over 130 branches. So the story is I think it was their anniversary. I can't remember what the event was, but they wanted to launch a promo on this date. So they got in touch with Grab Food, got in touch with their account executive, and then the son of the owner said that, okay, we want to run a promo on this date, and this is the items that we're gonna put on promotion, and gave the date. Fast forward to the next day, the account executive calls the son of the owner and says, "Sorry, sir, we can't run this promotion for you because that day is milk tea day. Grab Food has done all their promotions towards promoting all their milk tea partners." So this is very frustrating for this restaurant chain owner. Not only does he not own the customers, not only so it was his customers that ordered from him, but then he has no access to these customers and he has no way to reach out to these customers without Grab acting as a middleman or a filter in between, right? So if you want to own your customers and you want to reach out with your customers, it's imperative for you guys to own the database, the data of your customers. So next, we have a couple of videos. So the first video that we're going to show you is the user experience. Like I mentioned, we're a partner of Shopify, and this is how your customers will actually order from your store.
Hey there! So the first thing that we're going to see is your customer's journey. What do they see when they go through your site? Whenever we make a Shopify site for a merchant, we always make it a point to put your brand up in front. Put your banner or your best product shots in the welcome section, and in the header, you can also create different pages based on your business's needs. And of course, your menu will be built with different categories or collections that you may have and will feature your product shots. We can also include other sections like a gift card, or maybe your favorite customer reviews, or anything that you might find would be fitting on your site's homepage. Right now, I want a macchiato, so let's click on that. And you know what? I need a pick-me-up, so let's make it a double shot. Great! So add it to cart and view my cart. And I'm quite happy with that order, so let's scroll down and see what our options are. You have two different options with our cart widget. Customers can choose store pickup or delivery. Under store pickup, you have your contact details and also a date and time picker, wherein customers can choose a time slot and you know what time they're coming to pick up their order. But I'm lazy, I don't want to leave the house, so let's check delivery instead. So with delivery, I can add my contact details. So here's my name. And of course, my mobile number. And I'll put my address for delivery. We also provide a map wherein your customers can move the pin for a more accurate reference for the rider. And when you scroll down, you have your branch and the delivery fee on the right-hand side of the branch listing. Since I'd like to enjoy this macchiato after this workshop, in the date and time picker, I'll pick around 5 p.m. today. And if anyone knows Maria de la Cruz, they know she's a messy girl, so I'll be requesting for some tissues. Check out, and the next thing that you'll see is the customer information, which is already pre-filled. Here you can see that the delivery fee has already been calculated for me, and on the upper right hand side you can see a gift card code or a discount code field, which tells you that you can be very flexible with the promotional campaigns that you have on your site to get people coming and to get them coming back. With eStore, you get different integrated payments like credit card, debit card, online bank transfers, or even manual payments like cash on delivery, manual bank deposit, or manual GCash. You can choose to include which is best for your customers and which you know is most convenient for them. And we're done! So I was able to get this text as my SMS order confirmation, but you can also get shipping updates by email.
All right, so that's how easy it is to use our e-store for our partner merchants, and that's how easy it is for customers to order. So one thing that I want to note here, since we're working with Shopify and most of the e-commerce stores in the Philippines are built on Shopify, the moment a customer fills up their fields, these things auto-fill up after some time. So this is habit forming. So for customers that are familiar with buying through e-commerce sites, having your site built on Shopify is very, very advantageous. So I guess the next question is, why would I go with Zap's eStore rather than build my own Shopify site? So the big reason is we have a lot of integrations that the video showed earlier. First of all, we have a date and time picker, wherein you can pick what time you want your orders to be done. Next, we can customize delivery fees based on distance from where it's sent out. So we can customize these delivery fees down to the kilometer, so down to the distance. And we can integrate promo codes together with this, right? So everything is super simple, super intuitive. And for the next one, and of course, we have payments integrated as well. So the moment a customer pays, you will be notified via an Android app that we will install on any Android device. So here's a video on how you get notified once Zap verifies the payments for you.
With the Zap eStore Merchant app, you get alerted for every new order placed online. Now let's click on Maria's order. This page is a summary of her order details, starting with the order number on the upper left, followed by the notification date and time, as well as the time slot chosen for delivery by Maria. Clicking View would reveal Maria's details, including her address and mobile number. Got any questions regarding the order? Just call her for clarifications. Now let's say it's already Feb 24, 4 p.m., and we're ready to accept the order for preparation. While the kitchen is preparing a double shot macchiato, we can go ahead and click Book a Rider. The app is also seamlessly integrated with third-party delivery couriers, including Grab Express. This means searching for a rider to fulfill the order is as simple as one click. Congratulations! Now you found a rider who is on the way to the store. The macchiato is ready and the rider arrived at your store. Simply click Pick up a rider and confirm to let the customer know that the order is on its way.
So that's how simple it is in your store or in your branch or at home when you are about to when the orders come. So for some of you, you guys have pre-orders or you need time to set up your orders. Since we have a date and time picker, you can choose when the notifications will come. Do you want to get notified on the app as the orders come, or do you want to get notified on the app, let's say 2 hours before the scheduled dispatching of the orders, right? So we have these things integrated also with our service. So yes, the last video will show you how the dashboards will look like, and will give you an idea of what you can do with the data that you're gonna get from each customer order. Go ahead, Max.
This is your Shopify admin dashboard. To check that macchiato order we just had, we click on Orders on the left-hand column of the screen, and you can see all the orders that you've had. This is your order transaction log, and let's click on Maria de la Cruz's order. You can see her order, which is 1 macchiato double shot, and its status, if it has been fulfilled or not. You can also see if she's already paid, and the timeline of the system's activity with each of your customers. On the right-hand side, you can see different things like notes, details, and most importantly, who your customer is and what their information is. Clicking on Maria's name, we can go to her customer profile, and I can see that she is a new customer as only one order has been placed. On the right-hand side, you can see her shipping address and her mobile number, and also an email if she had provided one. Let's go to our customers page, wherein we can see our whole customer database. I'd like to show you the profile of a returning customer. So let's click this one. When you click on a returning customer's profile, you can see their last order. This one's from 4 days ago, their total spend and the number of times that they've already ordered from you, and their average order value. This information can tell you who among your customers is a higher spender on average. You can also see this customer's last order placed and all of their orders so far, so that you know what their favorites are. You can see the timeline of the system's activity and interaction with the customer. And with the site that we build you don't only get that data for one customer, but for all customers who have purchased from your site so far. This is your customer database. You can categorize different customers based on their buying habits, if they're new or if they have already purchased before. And you also have a filter that can help you sort through your customers so that you can learn more about your customer base and, more importantly, use that information for target marketing. So these are the customers who are the highest spenders. And as we have all of our customers' contact information, whether it be SMS or email, we can contact them, send them a GC or a discount code to get them to come back. And on the flip side, I'd like to see who hasn't returned to my store and get them to come back too. So these are the customers who have no updates on their profile, meaning they haven't come back to make a purchase. So I'd like to reach out to them. Within your Shopify admin dashboard, you have a marketing section wherein you can create different kinds of campaigns like email blasts. And don't worry, these are very easy to use as campaigns are templated. Just customize and easily send it to either all of your customers or just a select few. But to make your emails a little bit more interesting, we can give discounts to your customers. There are two kinds of discounts that you can do. The first being a code that they enter in the field upon checkout, and the second being a discount that automatically applies to their cart based on the products that they've added. So, as you've now seen, everything from orders, customer information, analytics, to marketing and discounts are on your Shopify admin dashboard at your fingertips.
So there, this is why we always tell our partners that it's important to understand your customers and to have access to your customers, right? So it's so rich to be able to know what your customers are buying. If you want to run promos, you can target it to people who have spent only above 5,000 in your store. You can filter it, you can sort it to target only customers that haven't bought anything in the last 30 days. You can check what products they're buying. And as the business owner, you will know what complementary products that they might like. And you have all the tools built into Shopify to be able to reach these customers in an exciting way, right? So again, we're not against any partnership with marketplaces or aggregators. In fact, we think that they're a very good way to acquire new customers. Our opinion only is that once these customers are already familiar with what you do, there's no reason to keep sending them towards these aggregators and continuously pay their commission rates. Because once they're able to go to your store, you will be able to start building a database, and you can understand your customers' behavior. And that's where digitalization really starts, right? So now you can really focus on what's exciting about your business. You can focus on building your products, making your food even better, understanding what products your customers are buying, how are they what are their interests, what are not selling well, and even down to what they're clicking. So again, we're partnered with Shopify, and because of that partnership, we can launch you in just 5 days. In 5 days, you get a new channel for acquiring new customers through the internet. But more importantly, we want to make your life easier so you can focus on why you set up your business in the first place. So to get started in 5 days, all we need from you, number one, is a contract and payment. Next is your product descriptions and some photos. And in 5 days, we can show you a demo for you to test. And if everything is good for you, we can launch this website immediately. So thanks very much. Let me turn you over back to our host, Max, and he will introduce one of our partners, Betty's Best.
Thank you so much, Terrence. And now, we have a very special guest with us today. She's uh she's a very successful Filipino food entrepreneur who owns Betty's Best. May I introduce Betty Nakpil? Now, for Betty, we have some questions about your business because as we know, you're a very successful client of Zap, and we believe our business has helped you change your yeah, we believe our business has helped your food entrepreneurship. So, for our first question, can you tell us about your business? Like, when did you start and why did you get started?
Hi. So we started Betty's Best around 2018. So our mom and dad were experimenting with some recipes because we're really in the food business. My dad, Dennis Nakpil, started Denshos many years ago. And so my mom loves our the sotanghon that she cooks here at home. And then she thought, what if we put the sisig on top of the sotanghon? And so the sisig sotanghon, which is our best seller in Betty's Best, is the brainchild of that. But really, we didn't formally launch the business until last year during the pandemic when it was already MECQ. We decided to uh, go online and we just started with Google Docs actually. And then later during the year, we partnered with Zap to start our website.
Okay, thank you so much, Betty. And now, can I ask, how many orders did you have before and after setting up your e-store?
Before Easter, well, obviously when we launched, we really got a lot of orders because we got posted on a lot of um, like food bloggers Instagram pages. So it was really a lot. But then after like the whole hype, I don't know, maybe on an average we would get about 15 a day. And then after we set up the e-store, I guess it became easier for people. So we get about 20 to 30 on weekends and holidays, even more.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, can you share with us how has business changed once you added your e-store?
It really simplified the process on the back end for us because before we would text customers manually, we'd have to, send the payment details. Oh, do you want BDO, GCash, BPI? But then after that, now it's so simple. Like they can just pay it online. And we know if they've paid it, and then we have the app which helps us not to miss orders. Because before, because it's mano mano lang, it would be difficult. But then super simplified it for us and also for the customers. Like just today, actually, a customer messaged us. Parang, I just wanted to let you know that your website is so easy to use. So parang it's nice. It's nice to make the experience of the customers good, not just in terms of the products that we sell, but in the whole buying experience.
Thank you, Betty. It's so good to hear a first-hand account of how effective our e-store is. And now we're gonna have a little Q&A section. So, dear audience, all you have to do to ask questions for us is input your questions in the Q&A box below. We're gonna give everyone a few minutes to input their questions, after which we'd happily answer.
So I guess most of us are shy to ask. So the first most common question that we get asked is, how much will this service be? So for all of this, we charge 3,500 pesos per month. And yes, so here we have a couple of more questions. Do you also have Lala Move on board as a courier? So currently we're partnered with Mr. Speedy and Grab. Lala Move is a partner that we're trying to work with, but we haven't finished our integration yet. So next question is, does Zap accommodate food products? Our company has furniture and resort for accommodations as well. Um, yes, you can get in touch with any of our account executives and we can gladly walk you through the process if this is something that will be acceptable to you. So we also have, I mentioned in the demo earlier, we have a date and time picker to decide when the food orders are being sent out. But we also have a booking service for service places like haircuts. So excuse me, customers can pay online and to book their reservation slots. So maybe we can apply that as well for resort accommodations. How long does it take for you to create the website? So if the website, we can launch this in 5 days after we get the contract and payment, plus you're complete with product descriptions and photos. So here, let's take a couple more. 3,500 monthly, regardless of sales. So 3,500 is the fee that we charge for the subscription to keep your website up. And then we charge a small percentage depending on how the customers are paying. But at the most, it's 5% plus 10 pesos. And that payment goes straight to our payment processors. Is there a lock-in period for the contract? Yes, our minimum is 6 months. Is there marketing support from Zap? We can guide you with support, with marketing. We can tell you what are best practices or practices being done in the industry. But ultimately, in the end, it will be up to you guys to run your own promos, but we will be there to guide you along the way. Will there be another seminar like this? I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Yes, we expect to see quite a bit of these. So um, follow us, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. And Max,
Hi, Darren. Thank you so much. And thank you all for your questions. We're always happy to discuss with you. And last but not least, and certainly not least, we're going to announce our raffle winner. Our first raffle winner, which we promise to announce now, is who has a drum roll? Okay, for our first raffle winner, congrats, Maria Diana Ong. Hi, Maria Diana, congrats. We'll get in touch with you shortly to discuss your e-store. And now, if you didn't win, don't worry because we're gonna announce a second winner at the start of next week. So just keep your emails open because you might be a winner. And now, just a little recap of Betty's Best. In case you want to see what our e-store looks like, all you have to do is go to bettysbest.ph. And not just looking at our e-store, I've actually tried their food and it's downright amazing. So be sure to check out our e-store and order. And with that, if ever you want to reach us, all you have to do is go to our website or email us at info@zap.com.ph. And we'd like to thank everyone for attending. Once again, I'm your host, Max Simpson, and we are Zap. Thank you, everyone.